Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. The 47th Asian American International Film Festival, known as the first home of Asian American cinema, will run from August 1st through August 11th as a hybrid festival with both in-person and streaming screenings offered.
Dear Dad, I'm home. Well, not my home exactly.
Because I don't know all the words like you do, doesn't mean I don't understand exactly what they say.
I want us to enjoy the time we have together. I'll always be your Lola, and I will never stop loving you.
And with all my love, I want to share Felicia with you.
If they hadn't made a really hard choice, then I couldn't be this happy. Very thankful.
But hey, at least I got to talk to you today. Maybe that's enough.
Stop Asian Hate, Love One Another, actor, musician, and activist Perry Young's directorial debut will be featured as part of AAIFF's 47th Music Night Out at Drum, with doors opening at 7 p.m. on Saturday, August 10th. I sat down with Perry to chat about the short film.
Absolutely.
But let's pivot into what you are doing for Stop Asian Hate.
All right. So we had a strike, as you mentioned, and I actually, like a lot of us Asian Americans who picketed, we saw how few our numbers were as Asian American actors on the line. We're like, okay, we do represent that. We're that 5%. We're not even the 7% Asian Americans, because the 7% includes all Asian American diaspora in America. And we're talking about doctors, lawyers, workers. Mm-hmm. But as an artist, we're already such a huge minority. So there were even fewer AAPI faces on the picket line. So by the middle of the strike, I got together with Nick Sakai and Sybil, your friend Sybil Santiago. Mm-hmm. And we said, we have to do this AAPI rally day, right? Okay. So we got together and we produced a day where we had speakers to highlight the fact that that Asian American actors matter, and we're here on the line also.
And that we're not dilettantes, that this is our profession.
Absolutely, and we shouldn't appear as dilettantes on television, right?
No.
Right, and so it just so happens that 2 days before that rally, I bumped into our friend David Henry Huang, and I said, David, would you like to speak at this rally? And David showed up front and center right there, and Lisa Takeuchi Cullen, who was the first person of color to lead the WGA East, the Writers Guild of America. She also happens to be the first Asian woman. So it was Lisa spoke, David spoke, Ezra Knight, African-American president of the New York chapter of SAG, spoke. So it was a people of color moment, and it was really amazing because it was like, today, it was solidarity. Like all the other days, there were very few Asians. That day was full of people of color because it was advertised as the AAPI day, right? Mm-hmm. It was amazing. We spoke, David spoke so eloquently, everyone spoke, and it just felt like we were home,
Right.
And but throughout the strike, my manager, bless her heart, Davian Littlefield, said, you should take this moment to learn a new skill. This is a moment where I could sort of like connect the two worlds, my music world and my film world, into one. And so I produced and directed my first film, Stop Asian Hate, Love One Another.
And who are the members of your band?
Right, so the film, my longest cohort is a guitarist singer Richard Abhara from Slant, who you know. Then there's Billy Asai, veteran bass player in New York City, and Jun Suenaga on percussions. So it's an AAPI group. And it just so happens that all our songs were, sort of like activist based, we highlight Corky Lee and the 442nd Battalion go for broke, and Rick's story of being a Japanese American whose family was interned in the Japanese concentration camps, Japanese American concentration camps in America. So it just was so natural that our voice was about, you know, the other, right? And how, again, in relation to the majority and a systemic kind of a...
So this is your first short film that you have directed and are in, right? You're in because the band is featured. Judo Club's live performance will include the premiere of Ode to Vincent in memory of Vincent Chin, who galvanized the Asian American political activist movement. It'll be a night to celebrate this year's music videos and listen to the musical artists as they perform their songs live. Welcome to this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. I'm your host, Lia Chang. Signature Theater is presenting the DC premiere of Soft Power, a musical fantasia with music by Janine Tesori and books and lyrics by David Henry Hwang. This newly revised production is directed by Signature's Associate Artistic Director Ethan Hurd, with choreography by Billy Bustamante, music supervision by Chris Fenwick, and music direction by Angie Benson. After the 2016 election, when a Chinese-American playwright is attacked by an unknown assailant, he hallucinates a golden age musical comedy about a Chinese theater producer and Hillary Clinton falling in love. Hilarious and biting, this political satire dares to ask, does American democracy still work? And is it worth believing in? An exhilarating ride through political absurdity with a face-off between Chinese and American exceptionalism, Soft Power makes an elected debut in the nation's capital.
Please welcome the next President of the United States, Hillary Clinton! Hello, voters! We got global warming, too much militarization, problems. I made up my plan, you can read them now or later. I provided some, provided all the critical data.
production stars Stephen Eng as DHH, Daniel May as Zhu Jing, and Grace Yu as Hillary Clinton. The cast of Soft Power is rounded out by Amard Cabling, Andrew Christie, Johnny Lee Jr., Quinmi Liu, Christopher Mueller, Ashley D. Nguyen, Chani Worley, Nicholas Jensen, and Sumi Yotsukura. Olivia Clavel Davis, Brian Douglas, Emily Song Tyler, and Joey Ergino are swings.
Good fortune will follow if we somehow survive. In America.
My name is Darko Treshniak, and I want to welcome you to my Connecticut home. I'm coming back to direct a show called Ask for the Moon that I co-wrote with wonderful composer Oran Eldor. I'm going to be directing it also, and this is my 5th production at Goodspeed. My relationship with this wonderful theater goes back for a quarter of a century. I'm so grateful to Goodspeed because the skills I acquired there, working on musical theater, led to many good things in my life, including Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, the Tony Award, Anastasia, and I learned all of those skills at Goodspeed, and I'm so happy to be back. Towards the end of the pandemic, I started thinking about theater in the future, and I just thought people might want a good laugh. And I was watching the Great British Baking Show, and there was this German contestant, Jürgen, and I found him really articulate and very funny, and I was like, okay, you know, there's something in this. And then out of that, this whole thing, it's completely original, Ask for the Moon. It just spun out of my head, and that's pretty rare. It's not based on a movie, it's not based on a novel. And Oran, who also loves musical comedy and farce, we started talking about it, and the initial creation came together really quickly. So right now we're in the kitchen, and there's a reason for it. Oran and I, we love musicals, and we also love good food. So the way we worked on the show is I would get up really early and I would write the scenes and the lyrics for the day. And then by noon, I would pass them on to Oran, and then he would work in the dining room while I made a feast. So I would make elaborate meals, and then at the end of the day, we would celebrate the day's work right here and look over the notes. So this is where he wrote the music, and every day ended with drinks and great food. And, you know, working in theater can be really, really hard. But at times it can also be very pleasurable, and writing this was a source of great joy. It's a musical comedy con game. It's dastardly good fun, and I hope you will join us.
Ali Ewald, Jameson Stern, Luba Mason, and Alex Dresky are currently starring in Ask for the Moon, running now through August 11th at Goodspeed's Terrace Theater. The musical is directed by and features book and lyrics by Darko Tresnik and music by Oren Elder. It is choreographed by Carlo Puno Garcia with music direction by Ian Axness. Set sail on the Jewel of the Sea ocean liner with a scheming widow, a vengeful lawyer, and a volatile nurse. Enjoy the vocal stylings of Misha and Grisha, the squabbling Carpathian twins. Get the latest fashion tips from Persimmon Duval, stylist par excellence, but only venture into the Poseidon Suite at your own peril. Madness and hilarity abound in a diabolical new musical comedy that is sure to make waves. Bon voyage.
Mrs. Huber, I don't understand. I just told you that I basically killed your husband.
Basically. Basically? Seems to me there was nothing basic about it. You knew about that small bequest, you sly puss. And you pressed and held for, what was it again? 5 minutes? Seems to me you had plenty of time to change your mind. Tell me, was the moment perfectly low?
I broke my Hippocratic oath.
But let's face it, the man was an bon voyage, farewell, so long. What could possibly go wrong? It will be so much fun.
It will be such a thrill.
Let's toast 'em, let's roast 'em, let's kill, oh my. Let's toast 'em, let's roast 'em, let's kill, oh my. Let's toast 'em.
Here he is, Harlem's own District Attorney Alvin Bragg. This is great every year. We are in for a special treat. Closing night. Closing night. We can say we were here. So supportive of the work. This is what safety looks like. This is what safety looks like. Also, give yourself a hand. I now want to bring out my partner in safety and government, our borough president, who I work hand in hand with, who has been a phenomenal, here he is, a phenomenal partner in all we do, the incomparable Mark Levine.
Give it up for American hero D.A. Alvin Bragg. We are out here in the middle of Marcus Garvey Park on a beautiful summer night, and we're about to enjoy a production of Midsummer's Night Dream. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? You know, the Delacorte Theater in Central Park, they're closed now. They're doing some renovations. So that makes this the only professional grade Shakespeare production in a park in New York City tonight. You gotta love it. And look at this crowd. The Classical Theater of Harlem is a New York City treasure, and the man behind it is a genius. Give it up for Ty. Ty Jones. Are you guys ready here to see Michael Kilgore play Puck? You ready for some music by Duke Ellington? You ready for some mischief-making fairies? Yeah. And some enchanted lovers? Yeah. You ready for Midsummer's Night Dream? Yeah. Enjoy the show, Harlem.
If we shadows have think for this and all that you have a slumber here while these visions still appear. And if we then die of fear, no more yielding of a dream. Gentle, reverent, and the pardon, we will then. And as I am in the honest heart, if we have a burden of now to escape the perfect song, we will make the men there long.
I'm the producing artistic director of the Classical Theater of Harlem. First of all, 2,500 strong out there tonight. You all could have chosen to be anywhere, and we deeply, deeply thank you for choosing to be here with us. Thank you. Thank you. We also have some of our trustees in the audience, Dr. Karen Jackson-Weaver, Renee Beaumont, Joe Johnson, Kara Young. I believe Patrick Bradford is out there as well, too. We also want to thank our Manhattan Borough President, Mark Levine, and District Attorney Alvin Bragg and his wife, Jamila, Keisa St. James, and Porfirio as well. And look, I'm going to hand the mic over to the director of this extraordinary show, the show that was the must-see show of this summer, Carl Movie.
Hey friends, thank you so much for celebrating this extraordinary cast, crew, and creative team. Just give another round of applause. Real quick, I just want to echo what Ty Jones said. It takes so much to do this. You are a huge part of this. Thank you for helping us spread the word. New York, please understand that Ty Jones will be written in the pantheon of great American theater producers. Look at this love in Harlem. love us too. Thanks for being with us in this struggle for the arts.
So listen, y'all, in order for us to be able to pull something like this off, it really does take a village. It takes political support. It takes other cultural institution support. It takes local business support. But most importantly, it takes individual support. If you feel that we have earned a contribution tonight, there are some lovely volunteers on either side of the park over here that are carrying clear buckets that look awesome when they turn green. We also like to say that we're a 21st century theater company, so of course, we have those QR codes and we take plastic, all right? But look, if you are unable to do that, I hope what you see here is culture, community, and commerce. What we want to be able to tell the leadership of New York City and those that love theater and arts in New York City is that Classical Theater of Harlem is awesome for New York City.
Thank you for joining me for this edition of Backstage Pass with Lia Chang. Until next time.